Salutations. Welcome to a day of mat and stretch. Hydrate. We're going to get warm. There we go. Hope you can hear me from here. Let's do this. There we go. Alright. Let's prepare ourselves. Let's go down to the end of the mat. End of the mat. End of the mat. Take a good deep breath in through the mouth. And let's go ahead and just start doing Qigong. Yeah, that's what I should have put in the description. Alright. I'll update that. Here we go. And breathe. Namaste. Let's get those shoulders going. We're going to start with the upper body. I will be doing several of these at a time. So that way when you start this video from it's recorded, we are going through a path where we will heal ourselves. Now this is going to help the shoulders. It allows you to extend. It allows you to keep your shoulder blades back. It allows you to move. Make sure we're standing straight up. We're keeping our knees loose. We are breathing in and out. That reminds me, I need to put my nostrils in. These here are silicone nasal vents. I cannot breathe in my nose today. Stuff those in. Now I can breathe through my nose. The silicone nasal vents. It's a necessary need for those who have septum issues. Just go at your pace. I'm going at my pace. Just do the same movements. Up and down now. Breathing in all the way up. Breathing out on the way down. Shoulders in as much as you can. So elbows in and out. Elbows in. Elbows out. Making sure our knees are nice and loose. Our hips are nice and loose. Breathing. We are not stiff. 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 Tell that to yourself. Don't be quiet. Tell yourself what you want yourself to do. That's what we have to do, is making sure that we know we're doing great in ourselves and our therapies and stuff like that. Hope this is better. That's better. And then breathe all the way in, all the way out. Stretch. Breathe all the way in, all the way out. Stretch. Down, arms relax down, shoulders relaxing, shoulders moving. Head's in, chin is in. Not all the way in, relaxed in. Making sure basically our mouth, our chin is just rotating naturally, nice and loose, 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 nice and loose. There we go. Stretching left, stretching left. Just move. You know, get your music going. Listen to the gym music if you're listening to me. Listen to the gym music as you listen to me. Or just go ahead if you're at home. You're probably most likely at home right now. Perfect. Good. Have a nice, good, beautiful screen on with the fireplace and good music going, and that'll basically get you moving, motivated to move like this. You know, MC Yogi is a good one. MC Yogi. Emancipator. Heck yeah, Emancipator will definitely get you moving. Those are stations I play. There's also, trying to remember this one I just thought of. Hold on, it'll come to me. I'm absent-minded. All right, let's do some more movements. We're basically going to be doing warm-up through Qigong movements and stretching using Qigong movements, breathing. You know, we just warm up. I do this all the time at the gyms. I just don't film it all the time because I just come unprepared. But today we're basically learning to mobilize. If you do this, you become like fast, you know, really fast stuff here, so without hurting yourself. But don't do that, not until you practice this. You know, split second. Everything I do, my upper body, my arms, my legs, you know. If you don't want pain from the kicks, you don't want the tension built up in the knees and the legs and the arms and the hands, whatever. You know, if you want all this to be able to give you mobility, this is basically what you have to do to get into mobility. You're here at the gym, right? How long are you gonna do this? Well, I'm here all day. I'm here for you guys today. Do you know why I'm doing this? Because I need it. And I know this helps because it helps me. I get stiff, just like everyone else that's going to watch this will know that, hey, I'm stiff. I want to know how to get better. As I said, I'll be doing multiple things throughout this live, and as you know, it will be pre-recorded, which is great, uploaded for everyone to go through. Everything we're doing, just see what I'm doing. Now basically going left and right, I'm breathing. Breathing, we can go this slow now. We went fast, now it's called control. Keep it loose, don't stiffen. Don't stiffen. Keeping everything loose. Everything. Let's get those shoulders up. Get those shoulders up. And loose those shoulders. This is strengthening. Breathing. I mean, this is conditioning. Everything. It gets all this conditioned. All of this will be conditioning. Wait. Breathing. Breathing. You're loose. See where I'm at my back? See where I'm at my back? I am not here. I'm not doing this. I am here. This is where we need to be. And wave. And circle. And circle. And circle. We're just moving. Opening and closing. Opening and closing. Now you see what I'm doing back here? Watch my laps. Watch my rhomboids. I am opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing, open, close, open, close, open, close. Everyone on this planet is not moving those scapulas. They're not moving them. You're not moving them. And you need to move proper movements in this. See? And then you flow through it, opening and closing, opening and closing. Come down to a squat. Let's work on our squat as we move our body. Let's let other people know that So I'm resting this guy as I'm working this one. Breathing. Getting that scapula open. I'm gonna come over here so you can see it. And get out of that squat. Get into that squat. Let's move our legs. You know, staying upright, staying good, stay relaxed. We're learning to relax and move. We're learning to make sure that this is normal for us. That's what we're doing, is training and teaching and coaching our own bodies to learn how to be, you know, suave like this. Good dance moves. Good dance moves, right? We want to like be careful with our knees. My knees are not going past the toes of my feet. If you watch my Qigong body movement day classes, day 1 through 6, soon 1 through 7, you'll realize everything I do in there is teaches you already what you should know when you come to these lives. And you're applying everything that you learned from my channel into these lives. Whew, let's go out of that for a moment. Let's go ahead and work it off. This is a good move for your knees. Fix my mat. Keep working, get your mat out. Remember, I do several of these over and over again. That way you can get into step with me. And it's also the feet. Just go wham with the foot. See how that looks? You see me? Let's do this on one leg. You should already know what you're doing if you watch my videos. If you don't worry, I'll talk you through it still. Let's get our wrists too at the same time. Come on, let's get our brain to understand how to operate everything at once and individually. Let's get some water. Good. Qigong. Let's go back and forth. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Forcing it back and forth equally between the two. Pushing, pushing, pushing against the earth, push against the earth, push against the earth, push and left, push and left, push and left, push and left, up, forward, back down, push, 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 push. Don't let the knees go further than the tip of toes. Push, 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 push. What we're doing now is we're activating all of this. We're activating the tibials. We're activating the soleus and gastrocs. The bottom of the feet is planting between toe and heel at the same time. And push, 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 push. Stay up straight. Don't just focus on yourself. Don't try to do this. Stay up. Keep your spine loose the whole time. Spine loose the whole time. Spine loose the whole time. Now we're gonna do some extra stuff. Do some extra stuff. Pushing, pushing. Arm, arm. Pushing, pushing. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do something else. Now let's get into some stretches. Awesome possums. Now that I get my body warmed up, that was literally the warm up. We did all kinds of upper body movement, head movement, hip movement, leg movement, stimulating, activating, everything. Good. All right, now let's do some stretches. Breathe in, straighten. 1 foot forward, boom, 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 and one back. You know, nice good slant like that, like that. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Nice and loose on the thing. The toes of my toes are planted, heel planted equally between the two, going in that direction. Back foot, my heel and the balls of my feet are planted equally on the mat, pushing and separating the earth. Now I'm going to do that open, open, good, open. Make sure it's good, stand straight. Now, okay. Make sure you have a nice, good S shape going on there, right? Your head is nice and relaxed the whole time. Traps are relaxed the whole time. We are not using these muscles throughout anything ever again. All right, That's good. Never again use these muscles. They need to be here, relaxed while you're pushing weight, while you're lifting and huffing things. These muscles are relaxed and not doing anything unless until you need to trigger that muscle for a reason. Triggering muscles, learning how to do all that. This is actually a program, what I do in my Qigong, 9 Lives. It's gonna be teaching you guys so many different things. So we're gonna keep the hips forward. We're gonna make sure the knee doesn't pass the tip of the toes. So basically you can stop. When you squat, you're gonna squat. You're gonna make sure the knee is in your eyeball, pretty much knee and eyeball to the tip of your toes. That's pretty much all you need to do, all right? So no matter how far I squat, my knee from my eye to my toes is pretty much, I can see them connect. And that's where you have leeway to where you need to dip. Don't go too far. Too much strain, too much strain. Just stay good, straighten, straighten. Now we're here. We're here. These are my videos 1 through 6 on my Qigong channel, on my massage channel, my clinical channel. You'll find how to do all of this in my videos. Let your hips go down, hips go down, hips go. You're straight back. You are forward folding. Hip going down. Knee doesn't pass the toes. Squat into it. You're gonna feel all this stretch. Like I said, we're doing this, right? Keeping our back straight. We are not doing this. We are not doing this. Head does not go down. Head is nice and relaxed on our shoulders. Head is nice and relaxed on our shoulders. Our back is straight. Our back is straight. We need it straight. We're pulling the abductor muscles. We're pulling behind the knee, attachments to the origin and insertion of the tendons. We are stretching all of this, keeping our foot planted, straight in the back. We are breathing in through the nose, out the nose. Good, we are basically now breathing. Now let's go down further, hip down, keep that back straight, keep that head relaxed. Breathing, stretching all of this. Go down as far as you can. You need to separate, back up a bit more. You can do that. Now you're where your foot is still trying to plant, where your foot is still trying to properly plant. Adjust this if you can. Adjust this for your comfortability. It has to be comforting. Adjustments. Go up with this knee first before you do anything here. Now hold and brace here. Holding and brace here. Don't just hold under the knee, under the patella, and your arm is going over here, bracing. Stability, bracing for stability. Keep your head relaxed, make sure you're breathing. Now this leg is straight, those are planted. Toes are eight, heel, toes, up right here, stretching, nice and easy, stretching up here too for me, opening, open. Keep your arm here for stability. Now keep you here, stability, above the knee, below the knee. Up you go. And then let's go ahead and show that this way. We're gonna do one at a time. I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of different moves and go back to the other side. We're gonna do one and the other immediately on this 5. Warm up. Now I showed you the stretch on that other side, but I didn't show you, we can do a little warm up. Going down, and that's our goal. We are adjusting because of height, stability. My knee is not going past the toes. I'm going forward folding in. Breathing and relaxing. Breathe in, stretch, and down. Up. Rise up. Bend the knee. On down. Breathe in, on up. Straighten the knee, but straighten the body. Bend the knee. Come on the way down. Let's go ahead and show that in the other direction. That way you guys can do this. There we go. Perfect, right? Good. Forward fold. Now feel that stretch. We're gonna start here. Stability. Put your arm nice and light, all up on that tibial. Bring this hand, bring it above the knee, right here on the quad, above the knee, above the patella. Breathing and stretching, forward folding. Your back and your body is going downwards in to that hamstring. Stability on the arm. Keeping your shoulders straight. Do not do this. We're not going down like this. We are going down like this. You're gonna feel this in the glute. You're gonna feel this in the hammies. You're gonna feel the stretch. Go as far as you can, keeping the forward fold going, keeping the head relaxed, keeping the back straight. And breathe before you do not bend. We rise, stability, bend, stability, bend. Down, we go nice and slow. We do not go fast doing this. Breathing and straighten. Up, bend, stability, holding. Down, straighten. Keep that body down in there. Keep that body going down into your leg. Stability, straightening. Up, forward. Bend. And then stability, you gotta keep that stability going. Straighten that leg while your body's into it. Breathing, stability, breathing. Up, stability, bending. Down, do not let your knee do it. You need stability. Do not wreck yourself. This is intense stretching. This is like very superior, masterful stretching that I am teaching you. Let's do some movements now. Stability. Keep your hand like this on the corner side and the back of the knee. These fingers down, thumb up, palm out here, palm is here. Your palm is there, your fingers are here. Palm is here, fingers are wrapping around. My arm is on my leg. Arm is on the leg. Straight. There we go. Let this be unhindered. Don't let it, don't stiffen it. Unhinder it. You're right here. Do not hinder. You're stretching, you're putting your body into it. You're forward folding into that leg. Stability, right? Breathing and stretch. Bend that knee. Come up, bending the knee. Down into it, stretch. See, now we're getting used to it. We don't have to come up so far. Stability. Come over here. Let's go ahead and get that to stretch behind there with our body fully gravitating towards the mat. Forward folding into all of that. Stability. Stretching those hammies. This is stretching those hamstrings. This is how you stretch these hamstrings. This is how I did it, and this is what really works really well. We warmed up our body before we started this, and we took our time getting to this ham stretch. If you just went ahead and just started doing this without starting off the way I did it, you're going to rip your muscles. Don't do it. This is the proper process. Remember to come back to this video and start all over. You can start your own moves in those moves and do what feels comfortable to you. Footers down, we are planted. I am balancing my body on the mat here as my pendulum. I should basically balancing right here. And I got my leg full force into that as I got my body weight into my quad. Body weight is into my quad. My whole chest is in my quad. All right, and then I got like this 90 degrees with the earth, we're perpendicular, and breathe and stretch as our body is still in the quad. Balance yourself. Put your buddies here. This is for stability as we straighten. And then as we straighten, let's go ahead and forward up. Keep this here. Keep balanced. Keep your arms on here. Do not bend. Now we're basically at a good level to where we're going to keep this stretch going while the leg is straight completely. Our hands are on top of here to keep that steady and stable. As we equally, let's go forward into that, forward folding. Head and neck is relaxed. Breathing the whole time. Yeah. Make sure your toes are wobbly. See, I'm only on the balls of my feet, heels, and my toes have not been stiffened once throughout this whole process. I was able to, see how I'm able to move it. And relaxing, raise up, bend that knee out, stabilizing. Come straight up, let's get out of that. That's a good stretch. Let's go ahead and switch. After, let's get some water, then we'll switch, and we're gonna do that with our left leg, or your right leg, however you're viewing this. Now we're ready to do this leg. Straighten up, breathe. Before we move, we need to set our breath. Then before we move, we need to breathe. As we move, we breathe. We breathe before we move. We breathe as we move. And then when we're done moving, we breathe. Breathing, getting your oxygen regulated. I did all that stretching. You're probably exerted after that, and you will be exerted if you went really out like I did. Just to let you know, if this is your first time, you will be feeling those stretches for days. Continue with this because it gets that time limit of feeling the stretch for days will shorten down. And I've gone through this. I built these stretch moves, particularly needing for people who have fibromyalgia, neuropathy issues, spinal injuries, spinal issues. You need mobility back and you can't do it. Yoga is not helping you. This will help you stretch and get more limber, more flexible. My issue has always been the back of my legs, and it made me suffer forever. My upper body is flexible. You know, my spine is flexible. My focus is here, and this should be everyone's focus, of course. Even if you're not flexible at the top, I'll be showing you how to become flexible for the upper body in another video. Well, it's also in this one. Everything we did in the beginning of this video was for becoming more flexible as well and becoming more mobility. So that way you can basically do some, that matrix moves. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and go. Now we basically are in position. We were resting, getting our heart rate down. You see, I'm not just here messing around. You're like, when are you going to start? Well, we start once we calm down. Oh, I need more water. Make sure you hydrate. Nose breathing is particularly the reason why we need to make sure we're always nose breathing more than mouth breathing. I'm gonna fix this up. We're gonna make sure that we nose breathe more than the mouth breathe. That way we don't dehydrate as much. All right, so that's pretty much it. I fixed my mic. I hope you guys can hear me better. So let's see here. Let's do some movements. Breathing. Arms up. We're just like nice and easy, no forcing stretching. That's not what Qigong's about. I know, I laughed at that. I was over there for stretching my camis. Not at first. We start with Qigong. We start with proper Qigong, which is movement, all right? Movement. Body healing is body movement, is body healing, is Qigong. No, we must Z through this. All right, let's go ahead and get our knuckles ready, right? Like we're about to go at it, right? Stretch, breathe, and then stretch. Never go into a stretch without taking that, first breath. Then breathe as you stretch. So breathe before you stretch, breathe as you stretch, and continue stretching while you breathe. Make sure everything is loosing and goosing too, so you're not just paying attention to yourself, you're paying attention to yourself. I know, right? Just getting everything ready. Make sure, and every time you're going to raise your arms up, you always take a good breath like this. You get what I'm saying? Always. Before you reach for those plates in that very top cupboard, you take that breath. If you're not doing that, you're not breathing properly. You're not breathing before you move. You know what I'm saying? You need to breathe before you move. All right, let's go ahead and get into that stretch. We're going to start right here. We're going to go ahead and do a forward fold. So we're going to be right here. We're facing this way. My feet are planted properly between heels and balls of your toes. Breathing and moving. Now I'm going to go try and get my hips forced over. So I'm going to readjust my heel for that proper where it's relaxed here. It's not being forced into it, but this is all relaxing. Breathing and straightening and forward folding now. So we're going to make sure our heels are forward fold. I'm going to make sure my foot not here, but proper on the very first move. So I'm going nice and slow, and I'm fixated on making sure that I'm getting comfortable on my way down. We're not just going to go into a forward fold. No, I need to know where I need to be. Salutations, everyone coming into my live. This will also be uploaded later. All right, just grab a mat and just start. We are basically going to be stretching this whole lower hammy and calf for those who are just now showing up. If you watched me already for the right one, we're going to be doing the same thing over here. Might do it for longer, might do it for shorter. It depends on how this leg feels comparable to the other one, correct? And that's what we do, is help ourselves to become feeling great about ourselves and And this will make you feel great. Make sure the toes are planted, the heel is planted, toes and heel are planted. My body is pendulating over this area here. This is where my center of gravity is, where my hips are centering gravity into the mat this way. Already forward folding, and I'm already with my tie hammies, feeling the stretch here, like right there in that area. Breathing up, breathing up, breathing up. And fold. Make sure remember we're right here, and I'm already practicing, but I should be telling you to put one hand below the knee on this side, not here. Don't overstretch. This right here is comfortable. And what we're doing is we're putting our hand below the knee and nice and comfortable on yourself for stability and stability. All right, and you have to have stability. Don't push on your knee. You're just kind of like having it there. It's just there for your proper stability. You gotta make sure the shoulder's up too. Don't go like that and hold on to it. You need to be here. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going to put this other hand behind the knee, kind of behind it, right here, there's this meaty area right there, and there's this there's the patella. I never put it on patella. I'll never go near it, because all this needs to move proper, okay? My palm is not even on the patella or near it. I'm like literally inch and a half away from it, all right? So I'm basically over here, and it's all about stability. So if you notice, I'm already in my stretch, and I move my knee, and I felt that ting in there. We don't want that, okay? So before we move our knee, we rise up, get rid of that stretch, and then brace ourselves, pull forward, and I'm like holding here, right there. My shin bone is going into the comfort of my palm, right? And I'm stability here, and I got stability here, so there's no shaking. This right here is to prevent it from charging forward or instability going this direction. And this one right here is to prevent I'm not gonna go that way. It's more like, shaking, but it's meant to stop the shaking because we're overly stretching. So breathe in and bend that knee, and just come down and walk and get our chest into the knee and just relax into it really, and just relax our head, breathing. Our hands are still here. Our hand needs to be pretty much here, and our shoulders are pretty much the same. And we're just like, we're just doing a relaxed curve into it. We're not really bending. We're just relaxed kind of curve. I don't want to be like stiff. We don't want to be stiff. So we're going to basically be here and breathe in and kind of straighten that leg. All right, so now that's really tight for me. So I'm gonna rise up, and then I'm gonna rise up and then straighten the rest of the way. And the reason why we rise up to straighten is so that way we can somewhat slowly get that muscle to stretch and to warm up. Just enough to where you feel the stretching, but not enough, but you can open your leg, be able to open up your leg. Because you're rising, you're rising back up, stability, and you're basically allowing this to open and stretch. Now we want to rise up more, a lot. Now bend that knee, stability, coming back down, breathing. You should be stable now right here. You should be coming back down in there. Your back, make sure you're planting and you're spreading your feet apart, breathing and getting back into there. This is the very first thing we need to do is test ourselves, test our limits, test where we need to go. We need to start off easy. This is how we start off easy. Breathing and straightening and rising. Keeping that stable, keeping my whole arm over here. And then I was rising, and I can feel that stretching. We want to do it nice and easy, and then rise up, bend, and we're going to try and just do nice, slow movements. Let's go ahead and do some stretch, move back and forth with the knee. Remember not to take this knee to go further than the tip of the toes. You don't even have to even go that far. And I'm not really pushing myself into my hammies or leg. I'm just kind of like staying at a level, okay? A comfortable level. That way I can get this to stretch. Now what I'm doing is when I'm going, I'm not moving my legs. My glutes are going that way. And this right here is basically springing in the back of the leg. We're springing in the back of the leg. We're not ready to do all this stuff, right? So we're gonna go down into it, steady, and then spring back and forth, You make it feel like your glute is doing the job, not your leg. You're not opening with your leg. Your glute is doing the job. You know what I'm saying? And breathe and come down. Relax it and stretch. And stretch. Breathe, come back down and stretch. Make sure you're rising. Coming down, bending the knee, and get into it with your body. Stretching. Nice and easy. You're rising your body every time you do this to straighten your leg more. Rise your body to uncomfortable levels, and then bend, come down into it, and then stretching, rising the body, warming that up, going back and forth with the knee and the glutes and the glutes and the knees and the legs with stability, and breathe. Rise real quick. Let's get those muscles to unactivate. Get that heart rate to go back down. Make sure you're breathing. And forward fold by bending that knee first. Forward fold, forward fold, forward fold. Now we're gonna do some stretches. Breathe in and stretch and dip. Fall into it. Fall into it. Brace. Embrace your leg. Brace it, embrace it, stability. Falling into that stretch right here. We already did our warm-up. You could, if you want, come back to this video. You can pause it and go longer. Let's move on. Yeah, but longer you go, the better. I am not joking. This is a good live. I don't want you guys like get bored off the same movements because we already got to put enough time into each one. Yes, put time into it all. I'm like still stretching all this. I really need to stretch this. So I'm going to rise up now. I'm going to hold, embrace, hold and embrace. Rise, rise, bend that knee, holding, embracing, and there we go. This is because we're really stretching it for all of us people who have tight hammies, tight calves. You know, you can do this, but to get that foot up, and then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna come down over here. Let's stand that stretch here. There we go, let's do a new stretch. Let's get that, basically this will also get your the abductors right here. Gets behind the knee. It's going to new stretch now. I'm basically coming in. You see how I'm going down into it? Yeah, that's how you go down into it. Head follows the body. Whew. And I was trying to show you guys a little bit of unbalance there, but I caught myself. You see, I was able to catch myself because I was upright. I did not trip and fall because I was balanced right. Back and forth. Let's do back and forth. Got my pendulum going back and forth. We did this earlier in my life. I feel unless you were here earlier, we did a little bit of this. And then slow and down, down, and then stretch, breathe. It's rise. To rise, pay attention. I got my fists here, loose fists. All right, and I basically allow my glute to go in, to back, go rear ways. And then I'm rising and keep my back straight, rising, and then, you know, you gotta let yourself, you just don't rely on your body to rise. Use everything to rise. Your arms, your legs, your scaps, you know, everything to rise. Say it again, down this way, adjust your leg, adjust your foot to have the proper amount of space you need. Your knee's not going past the toes, and your glute is going downwards, that way. You can feel this open up, and I got my feet there. And you can also rise up and try to come down further, opening up those hips. Open up those hips. And then rise with your fists. Make sure you're using your body to primally rise. Be primal. It's okay to be primal. And then do that. Rise. Come down over here. Over here. And breathe. Rise using your fists. Use your fingers. Nice and easy. Don't go fast. Never go fast. Just go at a good pace that's comfortable. I'm going to use my glutes. See how my glutes going up? It's also going to open at the same time using all these muscles to go in there. And then I'm going to swap. And then we're going to do a forward fold here. You're going to rise. Brace yourself. Do not ever do it like this. Brace yourself. You know, we got to like brace ourselves. It lets us learn that when we're going up a mountain and it's got cliffs, we brace ourselves. All right. For stability and safety. It allows us to strengthen up everything and not shake and not cause turmoil, not to, you know, overdo the tendon and the muscle. So you brace everything, and it allows the muscles to actually work and become and learn to be steady. You're still giving the same amount of pressure, the same amount of stretch, you know, the same amount of warm up, but with the stability, it trains it to be there and be stable there. So over time, none of that would shake. I can do all that without this. I can do all this without having to put my arms there. So you should always make sure that you're doing it for years before you let go. All right. Okay. There's also times where, you know, if you can't get up, stabilize, adjustments, move, and you'll be able to get up off the floor. All right. Let's go ahead and pop this way. We're gonna go in this direction because, like I said, separate, because we're going to do that one thing again. So it's kind of like basically like this much. Just want to make sure I wanted to show you. And then boom, boom. Got it? That much, pretty much is where to start with. And you can see, I'm going to scoot back. That way you can see I'm not going past my toes. And then I come up and I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to come down here. And you can see I'm not passing my toes, I hope. You can see, you know what I'm saying? There we go. And you start it here. So out you go. Make sure it's comfortable where it needs to be, you know, where your heels, you can also try not to split too much. We want that 90 degrees. You see that? 90 degrees on the inside seam, right? Starting here, you know. So down we go. And we readjust, we adjust on the way down. Don't just leave your foot there. That's not how it goes, all right? Sometimes you never knew you didn't put yourself in the right position. See, I'm right here and I'm balancing. So I'm keeping my shoulders straight as much as possible, stay balancing, and this is how I stretch. We can start here by holding ourselves here and allowing this just to go in there, keeping our foot there or there, and to stretch into this because if you want to get your abductors to release and become untightened, this is a plus for people who are runners because if you do this, now it's going to release. Keep everything here, keep it balanced, keep it stabilized. Up, 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 bend, keep it balanced, stabilized. So this is a really good way to get the stretch going for other people who couldn't do it the other way I was just doing it. All right, I'm stabilizing, I'm just staying in right here. I'm letting my hip drop like a pendulum, balancing gravity that way, going in that direction. Easily, letting all of this connective tissue to stretch and open up. Release, 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 up, up, up. Let's relax it. Let's relax it. Let's go ahead and move our feet in and just, you know, let's do a couple of this. Just nice and easy. We're just going to nice and easy movements. Remember that you can see that my glutes are going down. Up, down, up, down. Yes, proper movement is key to healthy body, healthy joints, healthy crevices. All these crevices need to be worked on as well, and this is what helps that out. All right, people guys got a little pain right here because you're doing things you're not doing the things you need to do. All of this. Go ahead. Remember to focus on your upper body real quick. Make sure your back's normal because you know you start like slouching into your stretching and your movements and you don't realize it. So make sure you're where you need to be. Breathe and forward fold. And we're gonna do this. You see how I'm doing it here? Now you can see how I'm doing it here. Bracing, bracing. Hopefully you guys can see everything in that position. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Up, 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 bracing, down into it. See, now hoping this is another view. Glad I'm doing it for you guys. I have bad knees because of knees getting old. And the only reason why is why I'm doing it. But this right here will help out your knees to strengthen. You're strengthening here, you're strengthening here, you're strengthening here, you're strengthening here, you're strengthening all of this. And you're doing it with just your own body weight. And you're basically paying attention to making sure it's all steady and stable. So that way, you know that you're getting that strength you need without, when you can feel it happening. You can feel the goodness and all of this breathing, stabilizing, strengthening, conditioning, everything in your body. And this is what we do in Qigong. And balance yourself. Watch. Get up and move around now. Make sure you do it right. Thank you guys for viewing. Thank you guys for commenting. Appreciate it. Just come back to the video in the beginning. Just watch as much as you can. And once I'm done with all of this, in 24 or 48 hours, it will be uploaded. So you guys can start from the beginning where I started at. And you do it at the time that you can do all of this. You know, and the reason why you should watch me doing it is say, oh, I know what I'm doing now. I call BS. Seriously, that's just BS. Even I have troubles freaking doing my stuff at times, and then I get lazy with it sometimes. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I got one, do some pumps. You know, that's what I felt. But today, it's all about all of us and feeling great. See, I'm still moving. If you notice, I didn't stop. I didn't stand still. We do not stand still in Qigong. We're not going, that's a no-no. We're just stiffened. We do not ever stiffen our bodies at any time of the day, night, all that. We don't do this. No, absolutely not. That's bad for the body. All right, you're basically now freaking, you know, statuing. And we are not statuettes. We do not move like statuettes. We do not stand like statuettes. We are mobile, movable humans that need joint care and mobility and stability and stability. We need that stability. A lot of people, we just do planking. That person's never been in an accident. That person basically been doing it since he was a kid, you know, and he's like 50 years old and he's planking. He's been planking for 40 years. Oh, you're not there yet. But this right here, anyone can do. You don't need like, and it doesn't, and it takes a lot of discipline. It really does. But if you notice, I don't do things in order. There's no order really to anything except for what I taught you today. Do that in that order. Lift, breathe, bend, in, straighten. Lift, breathe, in, down, and straighten. There's a process to all of that, and you have to do the processes properly, or you're not going to get better. You're just going to tear yourself, and you're going to hurt yourself if you did not follow that instruction and that guidance. All right, I've been doing this for 16 years. I have built up a lot of this so that way I can heal from my fibromyalgia, and I feel so good after doing this immense amount of stretching for 2.5 hours. You're like, this right here is actually exerting. You're gonna build calories. You're gonna firm up. You know, it's like it's good for you. And it's not just doing this in Qigong. It's not doing this in Qigong. And it's not doing this in Qigong. You can go ahead and go to a Qigong MA class and do all that basic stuff. But what I teach here is how to use Qigong methods and bodywork methods, healing methods, so that way we can basically get on with life methods. So, and I put it all together and put it into consistency and have it. It's just, you just got to have consistency, you know, of doing all of this. It's hydrate. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Oh, let's go ahead and move on to the next type of hammy stretches. Hammy stretches. Yes. All right, down we go. Let's go, like I said, proper down, right? Nice and easy, nice and flow, nice and smooth. Don't just go boom, right? All right, make sure you're in a proper space. All right, you are looking like this. All right, yeah, this is up, you know, like when you see it's like with my camera frame, good. Same thing with my camera frame. Good, that's how you need to be. You can go ahead and stretch your toes out. Yeah, I want you guys to stretch. That creates stability right there. Don't do this because there's no stability. Now you'll be pulling too much on your hammy, your quad. All right, do that. And then when you do this, you're not pulling on that quad so much. All right. All right. Good. Because it creates stability. All right. Put one hand here and one hand there, okay? Now, this is not that far out right now, so that's what we're going to tend to do. So I'm going to back up a bit. Make sure your back foot is at the end of the mat or close to it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back into position, all right? First thing we want to do is we're right here and just put our leg out. That's right. We're going to stabilize right here and put our leg out. That is how you do Qigong. All right, you notice how I did that, right? We weren't here, and if you couldn't do that, you were too far forward already, okay? This right here needs to be leveled and straight with the entire body of the chest and arm right here, right there. Because we will be doing a stretch right here. That's a really nice stretch. All right. So, but we're not gonna do that yet until our leg is out. Breathe in and forward, fold a bit. Keeping stability and stability. Stability and stability. You guys choose. This is still straight. I'm just going, like I said, I'm just like going down with my, you know, my glute is staying where it's at. That way it opens up right here, okay? But it's also opening behind the knee. Stability. You can also now put one hand, fingers on here if you need to. If you go down further, you know, but keep stability. Put your arm on your whole leg if you need to. And stretch forward with your feet. And reverse. Try to get those toes to come towards you without forcing it. It's basically, to do that, is you're going backwards with the glute. Going backwards with that glute. Going backwards with that glute will get that to come up without using any of your foot muscles. All right, now we're going forward with our glute. Going forward with our glute. Our foot's bracing back there. And we're going forward with our glute. We're going rear with our glute. Rear with our glute. Breathing. Make sure you keep going down. Make sure you keep that back straight. Don't go down like that. That's not what you need. You're learning to keep your back steady here. Good here, not here. This is what we're training our back to do. Training our neck to do. Not this, this. This is where it needs to be. My head is actually relaxed right here. I'm not even holding it up because I trained it to do that. And you see it's nice and relaxed. I'm just looking around, you know. Going further down. Our glute's going downwards. Go down with your glute. Go down with your glute. Breathing. You can move the back of your leg if you need to. And you can also go down right here. And let's go down right here. And to our heel. Our glute is going towards our heel. That's already fallen out. Make sure you adjust the back leg, you know, to where you need it. You know, because you can lift up and make adjustments. Let's say move this out of the way. We'll make adjustments, you know, just to, you know, where you need to be so that way you're comfortable. While your glute's going down into your heel and you are stretching here at the knee, nice and easy. Stretch at the knee, nice and easy. Breathing and go that way, good. Come that way. Let's do a little bit of that. A little bit of back and forth with your glute, not your heel. You're using the right side of your body as the balance here. Going back and forth, right here, not there. You're not doing this with your foot. See that? You're doing this with your body. Got it? Stretch it, stretch it. Now point your toes downward, not outward, downward. Now go all the way up with your toes. I know, I'm doing it in my shoe. And relax them. Now with your glute, backwards again. Now toes towards you. Now toes, not to say your foot, did not say your foot. I just said toes, toes. Just, you can flex them in your shoes. Not, just take off your shoes. and then down, adjustments, focusing over here on the right side or your left side, depending how you're looking at yourself. My glute's going down into my heel. Now I'm gonna raise up. Raise off. You see, I'm like, as I raise off, I did not raise. I forward folded down. Forward folding down. Keep my, and then see how I'm doing that? That is how you get back up. Forward fold, forward fold, forward fold. Glutes going back into the heel as I forward fold, staying balanced. See, I'm staying balanced. Make sure you do that when you go up and down for everything. That way, you're going into that proper position as where the pistons should be located for that up and down movements of your body when you're doing any exercise. Yeah. Hope you guys can hear me still. And breathing and down. You see, I don't have to do that. I'm so good at this, but I'm showing you what you should be doing. If you're getting used to it. Now let's go ahead and back bend, forward bend, back bend. And rise with your chest by breathing in. Balance and stabilize, balance and stabilize. Keep your feet and your toes pushed into the back while your shoulder looks like it's actually above that heel. Does it look like that? I hope, and it's also aligning with that leg. My shoulder is now aligning with the front heel and the back heel. And you see I'm now able to move my arm perfectly back and forth from toe, the front foot, and toe, get my thumb inside. And that's where you need a back bend. Your shoulder don't go further than those shoes. Foot forward. Now see, I'm using my hips, going forward, opening those up. My head is relaxed, breathing properly. Continue doing the bend. Now we're not bending our back backwards. Our back was pretty much here. We're going forward with the pelvis, forward with the hips. And then we're going backwards with this. Watch again, forward with the hips, and then our back bends. I hope that clarifies. I know, and forward fold into the shoe, into the shoe as our shoulders go downwards. Watch my shoulders going down. Kind of like, well, you know, straight line. Just be balanced depending on where you're at. And then relax up, relax up, relax up. And let's go ahead and put our foot down. Let's go ahead and get our primate knuckles into the mat and lift, lift, lift. All right, use my glute to lift and my muscles to basically help with the situation. And relax and forward fold. Rise. Stability. Rise. Rise. Bend those knees a little bit. Heels in. Heels in. Rock it up. Rock it up. Rock it up. Ah, that's one way to rise. That wasn't the only way. That was the tough one. Well, I hope you're getting that. Let's see, what else do we need to work on? Oh, yes. Right leg. Breathe in, forward into it. Bend, bend. Adjusting yourself to be right in the right spot where your knee to toe and you are, you know, feet, all that too. Right spot. And then stretch. You remember I got stability right here. Yeah. The thing is though, if we did this already, perfect. 2 times the charm in all stretches. And every stretch that you do it twice. 3rd times, I guess that means you're doing better than normal people. 2 times means you're being now normal in your muscles. 3 times you're basically now going above and beyond to get your muscles better, faster, and quicker. But it takes time. It takes more time than this live has been going on so far. Because doing things 3 times takes more time. Let's go ahead and do a sit. Down, 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 down. All right, I just need to relax them. Let's just go ahead and do this sit. Thank you for watching, thank you for viewing, thank you for liking all that wonderful stuff and sharing, please do. And so, let's go ahead and just sit for a moment, just do a frog here or whatever, you know. You can see this as far as I can go because my knees are injured equally now. You know. Now we're gonna go up. I'm gonna just like sit down, sit down, sit down. You see how I did that? Nice. And then we're just gonna relax the legs. We were doing that for a good bit here, so let's go ahead and get on the mat now. All right, we really stretched those hammies, you know, really well. That's good. Keep doing this again. Now what I'm doing here is I'm letting all of this relax as I'm putting body weight and balance and stability on below the knee area. And I'm like forward folding here into my hips as I spring forward right here as well. And I'm relaxing, relaxing, relaxing as I go into it. So I'm using this as leverage, using my upper body that has nothing to do with my lower body. Breathe in and using my upper body lats and traps, I literally pushed my soft, my relaxed legs, relaxed abductors down because my whole spine is holding me up, which is also not attached at all from where I'm at, and to be able to relax all my leg muscles to stretch this stretch. You know, I'm like forward folding more into it, using stability with my hands, right here as I go into it. Breathe and further down into it. Now this is how we stretch these guys. Now I also got my, see where this is, right now on my elbows, but I got this, basically it's like the shin, you know what I'm saying? It's like the shin. No, I got that in the muscle. I got that in this quad muscle. So not only am I basically going into it, I'm going into it, into that muscle. And what that does is cause that to basically trigger relaxation into that part of the muscle, because these are always so tight. So I'm showing you a trick of the trade here on this video on how to get this muscle to go down, and you just put those, you know, ulnas in there, you know, while your legs are relaxed. My whole upper body's doing the work while I'm relaxing my legs. I know it has a difficult thing to do sometimes, but you get used to, you know, so I'm able to see, I'm moving my legs because, you know, they're relaxed. This is where they're springy at. So I need to like go further than the spring and breathe into it and forward my back into it, opening all this up, going in that direction, and then pushing down with my lats and shoulders to open that up into that muscle. See, I'm going to just like walk it into other muscles, and I'm going to massage them. This is a great way to massage, you know, relaxing everything. You're massaging knees. You guys are going to get a nice, good tip that I would never have given out until I was getting paid. You know? And then we're getting those elbows in there. Remember to stay relaxed. Getting those in there, nice. Massage, massage, massage. You can also do this. And relax those legs as you do that. Now I'm going to go further up into my adductors. Breathing, always breathing. If you do not breathe, you'll run out of energy. And then you'll stop and you don't want to do it anymore because you ran out of energy, because you ran out of breath. Well, you're going to lose that energy, and you're going to stop a lot faster, and then you're going to give up a lot faster. So breathe. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. Now I'm going to come over here and get one side. I'm going to hold and brace myself. Nice, good massage tip right there to get all that. You know, I really need this, so your guys going to get a nice, good tip today. This right here is my gift to you to learn how to work out this guy. Go back and forth. I'm just like doing this with my shoulder. My elbow is just doing that. Breathing. You're keeping that leg relaxed. Do not stiffen. Let this be unstiffened. I'm bracing over here on my left side. I'm going to brace my right. I needed this so bad. I'm going to be starting up a school. You guys want to learn how to do all this? I'm going to do a school specifically for self-therapy and a school for massage therapists to learn therapy. And I'm going to basically be teaching how to do, I'm just showing you how to do this, but I'm not showing you how to do that yet, or how to get into those yet, or how to get into those yet. You're going to have to do this. Right now it's this time. And you just sit on your mat, breathe, make sure you brace yourself, and then you're using your arm. I'm just using these muscles, just these ones right here. That's it. You know, before folding it, relaxing into it. My head is like looking at the camera screen, looking at you guys, and I'm just, and I'm just like here, just like massaging out a problem. Breathing. Get that elbow, put it underneath and push. I'm also pushing here. Relaxing on the right, relaxing on the left. I'm just going with the muscles back here because I trained them to do that. If you train them to do that, follow my program on my channel on how to train them to do that, watching me on my cable machine workout, which I brought my bag because that's what I'm going to go to next. After I'm done doing this, if I got nothing on my phone saying I got work. So I'm not paying attention to it. All right. Make sure you're breathing. All right, relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Test yourself out, see if you feel good, you know, make sure everything feels great. You can also do some stimulation. Make sure you breathe through it. Same breath I taught you, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out throughout the entire channel that I have. Let's see. those good. Straighten, bend, bend. We're gonna straighten, So go up, all right? Work that out because we had those stretched. We're gonna do some of these. What that does is it's gonna go in and out right here at the hips because we had those stretched. Stay straight if you can. You know, if you have to, do this. Relax, 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 and go in as this is all relaxed, and you're just putting your lock joints here. You're just using these guys, not your body, not your torso. Just go back and forth at the hips. Nice, long, separate a little bit more. I can feel that. I can still feel that right there a little bit. I didn't get in there. Just don't feel it, just don't go too much. Let's do this, up, 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 and then, because we did a lot of pulling, we're gonna do a post warm-up. How about that? So this will be a good post warm-up for your legs. And then we're gonna end the video, yay. I think that'll be good enough live and a good enough time for all this for today. And next time I go live, I'll do something new and different. It always is new and different, you know. Thank you for watching and all that, appreciate it. Give me likes and loves, you know. Share, comment. Let me know if this is helping you. Let me know if this is, you know, not your cup of tea. And, you know, but that's your fault. Really, that's just stubbornness. Anyways, get your self-heal and self-heal and learn how to do it. I'm showing you tips of the trade and just making sure that you guys know what you're doing, what you can do. That's what I'm doing in my coaching, is showing you what I have done to help this aging body that has fibromyalgia, neuropathy issues, and pain and fibromyalgia. I got freaking arthritic issues, my joint issues, joint pain. So I feel like my body is burning, and this is what helps. It's burning because I need massages like every single day until like, you know, that would feel great, wouldn't it? Yeah. But this is, you do what you can, and you learn from that, and you grow from that, and when the way you grow, you keep learning to do things that will help you out and not put it off, not procrastinate. It's then and there, right now, at home, at the park, at the gym, doesn't matter. Grab your mat and spend an hour and a half on this floor and doing warm-ups, doing cardio, doing you know, anything and everything. It includes calisthenics. Calisthenics is good for you. Go for it. Do it. And in fact, you know, put calisthenics into this qigong, and you see that it looks like you know, doing that stuff, and you're going to get stronger, and you're going to get better, and you're going to feel great about yourself. So, but you just got to put in the effort and the due diligence, and you'll have now the ability to feel great. You know, because you now know how to feel great. You have the ability to, and because you have learned to know what you need to do over the time of my courses and coaching to feel good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? And don't, you know what I just did there? I was literally talking and thinking without movement. You know, do movement, you guys. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming in and all that. I will not be editing this video because it looks great, right? Great. Make sure you guys, thank you guys. And hydrate. Breathe before you move. Breathe as you move. Shut this camera off. You guys have a great day. Thank you for joining in on me and the likes and shares and that kind of stuff. I appreciate that, really do.